orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all. From chronic to atomic, vag infections be gone. One of the most common recurring ailments for women in the reproductive realm is chronic infections, including yeast, BV or bacterial vaginosis, and UTIs, urinary tract infections. Where do they come from? Is there a holistic solution to them? These tend to fall into the category of what I refer to as the land of the fairies. Many people will cite the existence of a libido fairy who deigns to bless them with a libido or not. Or for many men who experience premature ejaculation, there is the cum fairy who shows up at very inopportune moments and waves her magic cum wand and woof, the man has an orgasm right there and then. It's totally not his fault. The cum fairy made me do it. And there is the infection fairy who often has a knack of showing up right before an important sex date. When I talk about all of these fuck fairies, what I'm getting at is that these are areas where people give away their power and responsibility. They think that these events and conditions, their libidos, their stamina, and their constant manifesting of sex-preventing infections are random things that just happen to them rather than expressions of an inner way of thinking or an emotional or mental block that is entirely within their ability to control. It's just like so random. Except you're in Anami land now, where you have all the power. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility. In Anami land, we are always looking for the root cause. And no, the root cause isn't because your diet is high in sugar or you wore your wet bathing suit bottoms for too long. We need to go deeper than that. I mean, beyond physical causes, which might exacerbate an issue, but they are not the true cause. We need to look at emotional, mental, and spiritual patterns to find the true source of why these things are happening. Over the decades of working with people, I began to notice a pattern in when these mysterious infections would show up. A couple working through some issues in the relationship had a big sex date planned at the end of the week. And oh, wouldn't you know it? On Friday morning, she gets a yeast infection and just won't be able to do the sex date. So she really did have a yeast infection, that's true, but we could say the timing was very suspect. After seeing this happen enough times, I concluded that no matter how much cranberry juice she drank or how much boron she shoved up her vagina, these infections were going to keep presenting until we figured out what lay beneath. The umbrella answer would be that the body says no when we cannot. Let's say, as in the example I just gave, that the couple is somewhat estranged. They have a pileup of issues that have been building, and there is a wall of unresolved stuff between them. In Anami vocabulary, we would say that the glass is not clear. This means that perhaps neither of them, but let's talk about her since we're discussing female infections here, feel safe enough to really be vulnerable and intimate. Maybe she'd spent months or years going through the motions and forcing herself to have sex when she wasn't feeling it. Maybe she wasn't ready to have intercourse after 3 minutes of non-foreplay, but grabbed the bottle of lube and went for it anyway. And now her vagina is putting its foot down and saying no when the woman so clearly does not. Her body has taken over. Now, the problem with lube and the whole ethos around using it is that it provides a false positive. Instead of thinking that wetness equals arousal and wetness equals yes, women ignore the voice of their vaginas and they override it. They force it to have sex. If the woman does this enough, her vaginal voice grows dimmer, and usually not long after that, some kind of symptom will emerge that shows the vagina's deeper frustration. The infections are literally spitting out and rejecting what's inside. I will have no part of this. Thou shalt not pass. They are putting out a protective signal, much like what we see in nature with brightly colored animals and fruits. The message is stay away. Toxic environment. This Yoni anger could manifest in any number of reproductive ailments from endometriosis to difficult periods, but especially those that make it painful or impossible for the woman to have sex. So, what is the solution? Number 1, stop forcing your vagina to have sex when it does not want to. This means trying to listen to what is a real yes and what is a real no, minus any kind of pressure or obligation either you or your partner are putting on your vagina. I will give you a hint here. If you are not wet, you are not ready. I know it's common in the allopathic world and in the everyone gets a participation trophy universe that, hey, not all women can lubricate naturally, to think that wetness and arousal are entirely unrelated. But that is total and complete bullshit. They are direct cause and effect. This holds for every stage and every age of your life, from pregnancy to postpartum to menopause and well beyond. Every woman can lubricate naturally. It is the Anami guarantee. So, toss the lube. Contrary to stupid sex coach and sexually inexperienced and underfucked OBGYNs and doctors, lube is not a girl's best friend. It is her worst enemy. It disconnects her from her own vaginal truth and dissociates her from her vagina. It will make the chasm in this relationship larger and larger to the point where the vagina feels completely numb and as though a foreign entity resides in the woman's body. This is often when women will want to justify clitoral stimulation and such orgasms because her vagina is a no-go zone. And she now has the perpetual excuse of being one of those women who just has chronic yeast infections all the time. The yeast infection fairy strikes again. But no, you can regenerate your wetness naturally. And the long-range solution for that is to get to know and love your yoni. Get in there and feng shui that baby. The 3 best tools you can use for vaginal reconnaissance and resurrection are 1, yoni massage, both on yourself and given by your partner to you, if you have a partner and if you are connected enough to go there. Number 2, using a jade yoni egg. And number 3, yoni gazing. So the purpose of yoni massage is to get to know every nook and cranny of your vagina. Spend time in there and explore. Gently massage out tension and tightness. With yoni massage, your only goal is to connect, de-numb, and heal. You are not trying to have an orgasm. If you have one or 7 in the process, great. But we are mainly there on a healing and self-awareness mission to get your yoni to open up to you and trust you again, and for you to trust her. My Vaginal Kung Fu Salon has a full guided audio and meditations for step-by-step healing massage and self-pleasuring. The second tool is using a jade yoni egg. Not only does this strengthen your vagina and bring back sensation, waking up every region of your yoni from your G-spot to your cervix, but it also helps you to get comfortable penetrating yourself. Some women, usually because of past trauma, can't even put their fingers in their own vaginas. The egg is an amazing tool to help you control movement and depth and resensitize your vagina at the same time. Plus, one of the biggest physiological benefits to using the jade egg is a tsunamic increase in natural wetness. I'm using tsunami as an adjective here, as one of our menopausal well-fucked all-stars once did to describe her 50-something vagina. All of that muscle toning in a jade egg workout increases blood flow and circulation, which creates natural lubrication, a tsunami's worth. And the third tool is yoni gazing, which is exactly what it sounds like. Taking a mirror and placing it between your legs and staring at yourself. Again, many women have never looked at their yonis, never mind properly gazed at them for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes or more. Women, including me, have talked about this not only being a wonderful self-knowledge journey, but also a psychedelic one. Truly, this is a portal between worlds. After all, we could say it is the portal. We sell gorgeous, handmade Venetian glass yoni-gazing mirrors in the Anami Alchemia online shop. The next thing that you can do is to clear the blocks in your relationship with your partner. Whatever is lingering in the ethers between you, whatever is unresolved within your connection, will show up in your bed and in your body. It may show up as erectile issues or premature ejaculation for men. Nope, it's not the cum fairy. In women, it may show up as low libido, lack of lubrication, and of course, the topic of the hour, any kind of intimacy impeding infection. In Anami land, the default is open, radically honest communication between partners. You may have months, years, and even decades worth of unspoken truths. Get them out. They are already clogging up the space between you. Your relationship and your health will never progress and heal unless you express these things in words. Then they can stop expressing themselves in the reproductive symptoms in your body. And lastly, you can clear the blocks in yourself. At the same time as you address the outstanding issues in your relationship, you also examine them in yourself. Each of you has your own personal work to do. Some of the work can be done together within the collective of your relationship, and with the rest of it, you are on your own. Even if you're in a partnership, getting to know, love, and pleasure your own yoni is essential. Yes, your partner can and ought to give you yoni massages. You also need to do it for your own self-knowledge and mastery. Same goes with your own inner emotional work. Some of it you can do together, and the rest of it is a solo journey that you can support each other on, but you need to roll up your own sleeves and get to the work and play of owning and inhabiting your own emotional and sexual terrain. So, what is an atomic pussy then, and how does it feel? Firstly, these chronic, seemingly no solution conditions become a thing of the past. Infections no more, magically gone without supplement or diet changes. As you become well fucked and you cultivate your super pussy, all chronic reproductive issues, which, as I've said, are symptomatic of stuck sexual energy, disappear, never to be seen or felt again. An atomic pussy is highly pleasurable. You like having things in it all the time. Your libido goes up because now having sex actually feels amazing. It gives you multiple life-changing and daily vaginal orgasms. By this, I mean G-spot, squirting, and cervical. With a turned-on vagina, all of these orgasms are available to you. These are essential good fuck medicine, and they eclipse clitoral orgasms 100-fold in both the pleasure they hold and in their rebirthing and self-actualizing powers. Your atomic pussy functions as a GPS. Once women reconnect with the voice and the truth of their yonis, this guidance goes far beyond just knowing how to recognize a sexual yes or no. This skill extends out into your daily life. Your yoni functions like a moment-to-moment GPS, tingling when you are heading in the direction of something wonderful and going quiet when you are not. Women even talk about finding parking spaces and lost objects via their vaginal voice. Check out our amazing podcast with well-fucked all-star Amanda, where she talks all about this in the episode, I Make All My Decisions from My Vagina, which is season 6 and episode 3. And your atomic super pussy gives handjobs. Your yoni becomes so articulate and sentient that your partner will swear it's a hand playing his cock like a flute. You will be able to grip and squeeze and bring him to orgasm and stop him from ejaculating with the power of your vaginal muscles alone. Every woman can live her life with an atomic kung fu vagina, including you. It's the Yanami guarantee. Everyone can. My legendary Vaginal Kung Fu Salon opens for registration in January. In this 10-week online program, you will become a maestro of all things vaginal and sexual. You will learn my step-by-step guided vaginal weightlifting routine with the jade Yoni egg, Yoni massage to de-numb, activate, and awaken your vagina, quantum techniques to clear your blocks and illuminate your sexual shadow, breast massage techniques to tone, lift, and enlarge the breasts, how to make menstruation and menopause the energizing, sacred, and rejuvenating portals they were meant to be, how to give a vaginal hand job, and how to use your sexual energy to heal yourself, including my sex position mood guide. To be notified of when the salon opens and also receive my free series, How to Manifest Men, Money, and Miracles with Your Vagina, go to kimanami.com, look for Sexual Savant Salons, and then click on Vaginal Kung Fu. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and send somebody else the gift of a multi-orgasmic and transformational love life by sharing this episode with them. If you'd like to go deeper into all things orgasms, sign up for my free Orgasmopedia series where you'll learn about 9 different types of orgasms everyone can have. Go to kimanami.com and you'll see the sign up there. Come one, come all.